So dear friends, today we are going to see how to pass command line arguments in Java programs. Once we are using command line arguments, we can pass inputs to Java programs, and we can also use those arguments as an input for Java program. So there are two types of inputs in Java. One is command line argument and second is elementary input. So we are going to use command line arguments right now. So first let us understand what is command line arguments. Okay, so arguments are passed from command line while executing application. It is called as command line argument. Such arguments are taken as a string. In Java we can accept array of strings from command line arguments. So command line arguments are inputs passed to program before starting execution of program. We are running the program from command line. At the same time, if you know what are inputs to be passed, then you can use command line argument concept. Now command line arguments will allow you to pass your arguments in a program before starting execution of program. This is very important. Okay, now in Java, we can accept array of string, not one string, multiple strings we can pass from command line, and those inputs will be taken in the form of array of string. Then we can separate them or we can use them in a common string as per our requirement. Okay, so let us see the syntax, how to pass the command line arguments. Now this is the command Java, then we have to give your .class file name and then space, and then we have to pass a string. Now one string may contain multiple words, but if you are putting in one string by using a double quotes, it will be taken as one argument. If you are passing string with space without using double quotes, then every word will be taken as a separate argument and then it will be added in array elements. This is just a syntax. How can we pass command line arguments in Java? Let us move to the program. This is a simple program. Write a program to accept and display command line argument. Your program should accept one command line argument, single argument, and it has to be displayed. Okay, now this is the program for command line arguments. Now this is the public class arg test. P should be small here. Okay, public class arg test. Now arg test is a program name. Inside this we are writing public static void main string args. Now this string is a class. Now this class is available in java.lang package. Okay, now java.lang package is a default package available to every Java program. We don't need to import it. So the string class is by default available to every program in Java. So args is a name of array and we are using empty square bracket. That means what? We are accepting array of string objects. So multiple strings can be passed. Each string will be a separate element in this array. Now here we are expecting only one argument. So one argument is passed and its element will be 0 because array index starts from 0. So how to display it? Because what is expected? Accept and display. So here we are assuming that one argument is passed successfully and we are directly going to display it. So system.out.println, and here argument plus args in square bracket 0. So here I'm using plus operator for concatenation. Now in Java we can use plus for two purposes. One is arithmetic addition and another is concatenation of two strings. Now in this case what is happening? One operand of this plus is string because it is given in double quotes, and second one is args 0 which is again of type string. So as both operands are of type string, it will work as concatenation. As per rule, if any one operand for plus is of type string, it will work as concatenation. If both operands are arithmetic numeric values, then it will work as arithmetic addition. It's a simple program that accepts one command line argument and displays it on a screen. Now, as it is the first program, I am making it simple, but there are some limitations in a program. What will happen if argument is not passed by user? It will result in error. Or how the user will understand that we have to pass one argument in this program, because there is no message on this program, so it is not user friendly. As it is the first program of command line arguments, I am making it simple, and I am assuming that user is going to pass one argument always. We will see this practically, but before seeing this, we have to understand rules for command line arguments. Okay, so rule number 1 is it is compulsory to pass string type of arguments. We can pass only array of strings. Okay. Second, in main, even though user is not passing any argument, it is mandatory to accept command line argument. So accepting command line argument is mandatory. Even if you are seeing our hello program or initial program where before using command line arguments, we are using same line, public static void main in bracket string args. That means what? Even though user is not expected to give command line arguments, in main we have to accept array of strings, and it is mandatory. Now here we must ensure passed arguments before using them. Now here we are not following this rule. We are directly using args 0. So what is expected? One more rule is given. We must ensure before using args 0, we must ensure that this element already exists. That means user has already passed at least one command line argument in a program. So for this program, we are not following the rule, but this is very important. Otherwise, your program will crash. If user don't pass this argument and you run the program, what will happen? What will be the value for args 0? So in this case, we must ensure command line arguments by using length property of array. So I am going to give you one more program to check how to check number of arguments passed. Okay, now this is a program. Write a program to check number of command line arguments. How many arguments are passed? Same program I am modifying. Public static void main string args, and here what you can see what I am doing. Args dot length is equal to 0. That means what? Now length is a property of array. Length is a property of array. If it is 0, that means what? There is no element inside array. Just give the message no arguments passed. Otherwise, if it is length is not equal to 0, that means what? It will be 1, 2, 3 or multiple one. Then you can just display how many arguments are passed. So here we can use system.out.println arguments args.length. So here suppose 2 arguments are passed, it will display arguments 2. This is a simple program to check how many arguments are passed. So this is what expected. Now this is rule number 3 again. We must ensure passed arguments before using them. So if you are expecting there are 2 arguments to be passed by user in a program, initially check whether args.length is equal to 2 or not. If it is equal to 2, proceed for the next action. Otherwise, quit from the program by giving proper instruction that we will discuss while doing the practicals. So this is theory part of command line arguments. Now let us do it practically so that you can understand how to use command line arguments. I am opening command prompt, and now I will move to D drive. I will enter in a folder test, and now let us do the new program. So I am giving edit command, and the program name will be arg test.java. So it will open an editor, and now we will go for typing the program. So public class arg test, public static void main which accept array of strings and name is args. Inside the string, I am directly displaying the first one. So this is the first program that we have seen in PowerPoint. Save. So this is compilation. Now there is one error. It is not showing system package. Okay, now program is successfully compiled. Java ARG test, and here I am passing arguments hello, single word passed as argument. And what will happen? It will display arguments hello. Now the program works very well when we are passing exactly one argument, and it will be displayed. Now let us see if I am passing multiple arguments, what happens. I will just say ARG test hello, and I will add one more, students. Now what will happen? Hello will be the first argument and students will be second argument. In this case, second arguments will be ignored. It will just take one ARGS0 which contains hello, and it will be displayed. But what will happen if we don't pass any argument? Now that is what we have to discuss now. It will result in error. Okay, so I am running one more time Java ARG test, and without passing any argument, I will press the enter key. Now this will create an error. What is the exception? Exception means what? Runtime error, that we are going to discuss later on in detail. The main there is a problem in main, and what is the problem? Java.lang.array index out of bounds exception. Now this exception occurs when you are using array and you are specifying an index number which does not exist. So in program we are using ARGS0. Now 0 is an index number, but if you are not passing any argument in a main, that 0 index number will not exist. At that time it will generate this exception and program will get crashed. And therefore in rule number 3 we have discussed, we should ensure total number of elements passed in program. Otherwise the program may crash if user is not passing proper inputs. Now how to pass it? By using length property of array. So let us modify the program and use the length property inside it. So what I will do, if args dot length is equal to 0, then if it is equal to 1, then display this. Otherwise what we can use, we can give the message pass one argument, pass one argument. So this is the message for end user. So save the program, quit, and recompile it. Okay, now program compiled again, and now run the program Java ARG test, and now I am passing one argument exactly hello. Now it will work as like previous one. But if you are not passing any argument, instead of crashing the program, it will give the message pass one argument. I hope that you understood how to pass arguments, how to ensure whether argument is not passed or not passed, and by using length property of array, we can check that argument passed and then we can use it. I hope this video is useful for understanding command line arguments in Java. You just do it practically, and if you think that you have got some value from this video, put your comment below this video. Thank you very much.